Mozaic, a non-profit organization established to help refugees and those in need in the U.S. and across the world. We cherish the ability to help provide opportunities, care, empowerment, and support to our beneficiaries' lives in order to help them achieve their goals successfully. Our mission is to provide vocational, educational, and social development to strengthen personal and professional skills and give opportunities to women, children, and refugees, helping to build and contribute to a stronger community. Our vision is to enrich and support our society by empowering women and children, providing them with resources beyond their means to learn and succeed. Our story started in 2016 when Syrian refugees arrived to the Washington, D.C. area in 2016, and Ragad noticed a gap in services and lack of sense of community for the refugees. A community was created in order to help refugees establish a base far from home and become self-sufficient, providing them with opportunities that help showcase their abilities. Also during that time, Mosaic found many cases of women battling self-sustainability and decided to provide women and children with basic needs and social activity programs to ensure them with a better future. Today, Ragad and her team of volunteers help more than 200 refugee families from Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, and many other countries around the world. We believe in community and collaboration, empowerment and integrity, and independence and equality. One of our 2019 accomplishments includes refugee medical assistance. Shayma is a 10-year-old Syrian refugee who lost her eyesight in both her eyes after a sniper attack in Aleppo, Syria. Mosaic received Shayma's case and advanced to complete her medical treatment in New York. Between late 2018 and early 2019, Shayma had 3 critical surgeries. After Shayma's first surgery, she was finally reunited with her mother after 6 months of being separated. Throughout her journey, Shayma lived with 5 different host families, relocating from Washington, D.C. to Maryland. Her last destination in the U.S. was New York, and from there she returned back to Istanbul. Shayma received 32 hours of psychiatry in D.C. and New York and 3 months of private tutoring in New York. Regardless of the struggles Shayma endured in the States, we did our best to give her the best tourist experience she could have had, especially during her time with her host in New York. Today, Shayma is attending school for the blind, and she knows English, Turkish, and the Arabic languages. Renda is a refugee who has a rare disease in her eye that caused her to lose the vision in one eye. She needed an operation to save her other eye from this contagious disease. From the Syrian Refugees with Love campaign to TSA employees at Washington Dulles International Airport, 200 cooked meals and pantry food boxes were delivered at lunchtime on January 2019 to the TSA employees at Dulles International Airport. Mosaic was at the Martin Luther King IMF Staff Volunteering Day of Service. We were able to illustrate letters to children in refugee camps and to join the efforts of other organizations who have a significant impact in their communities. Another accomplishment in 2019 that Mosaic fulfilled was filling a container of tents, winter clothes and boots, books, care packages, and food to be shipped to northern Bosnia and distributed to Syrian refugees who were sleeping under the sky with the collaboration of EMMUAS. A few months later, EMMUAS invited Mosaic to their 20th anniversary ceremony to honor us with an award. Mosaic was the only women organization among 30 other organizations that was awarded in 2019. Mosaic and Rabata collaborated in Kan Yamakan book launch to pay tribute to the late Muna Imadi's preservation of Syrian culture, values, and hearts in her book Kan Yamakan, Folktales and Recipes of Syria and its Ethnic Groups. Our very own Safartas refugee kitchen served a dinner using recipes from the book. Ilian Imadi, mother of the author, joined us in Washington, arriving from Damascus, Syria, to introduce the book on behalf of her late daughter, Muna Imadi. Every year in Ramadan, we provide many services of support, but this year we were able to add a spiritual element to our Ramadan services. In addition to the care packages that were delivered to refugees and others in need, Mosaic arranged a women and children iftar twice this month. We were able to read 30 khatma, entire Quran, 30 times in 30 days of fasting. We also arranged a grand qiyam that included 130 ladies. We were able to mail Eid clothes, gift cards, and Chuck E. Cheese and King's Dominion gift cards too. Mosaic's founder and executive director was invited to the United Nations Women Committee to explain the mental health issues of women and girls refugees. Mosaic was at the event held by ECDCUS to share the story of a few refugees and give the attendees a taste of the authentic Syrian food. Mosaic and Safartas Refugee Kitchen were the main guests of the private event Welcome Refugees Alliance, hosted by Starbucks corporate office in DC. We were able to talk about Mosaic and our efforts in helping refugees. We served our refugee kitchen food for guests and for the Starbucks corporate manager's private closed meeting. Another accomplishment we had in 2019 was making it to the One Journey Festival at the National Cathedral in DC. We were able to give the opportunity to our chefs at Safartas Refugee Kitchen to showcase their delicious food. We were also able to engage with more volunteers through this event. In the refugee welcome event, Raqad Bushnaq, the founder of Mosaic, explained to the interested refugees how to start a catering business. Safartas Refugee Kitchen served the food at this event that was arranged by Accenture. 8 refugees who came from different states around the U.S. were the guests of Ref America for a month full of activities that taught them new skills in life. Mosaic was there for those Arabic speakers to give them moral support, and Safartas was there too to serve their famous pastries, savories, and desserts. Refugees got talent. We would love to share this poetry from the open mic event written by Sidra Ulabi, a senior high who arrived to the U.S. in 2017. In this poetry, she explains the suffering of her refugee trip since she left Syria.
It wasn't the end, by Sidra Ulabi. The first time I saw death, I was in the basement with 70 people, frightened and praying, hoping they don't lose their lovers by the devil's eye on the top of each building. It was 2011. I was like 8 years old, a kid wrapping myself with a heavy blanket, hoping it would protect me from the mortar bombs that faded the building next to ours. A resounding scream cut the baby's cry. It was my grandma. I saw her tears like torrential rain washed her grief, which felt like a rock on my child heart. I asked my aunt what happened. She told me your uncle flew up to the sky, even when I thought he would be happier that I couldn't handle it. I scanned the room, but everyone was in the same black hole, even my mom, who I needed the most. I noticed my grandpa. He was different than them. He had an imprisoned tear. His eyes were full of pride for his brave martyr son. I ran to my father to save me from grief. He hugged me to calm me down, his gleaming eyes, his words. Life is unexpected. The world is wide. Someone dies and someone lives, but hope never leaves us. Think, why would God create grief if there was no hope? His words welcomed was a cure to my miserable heart, the guide to my lost mind. I stood up. It wasn't the end. The first time I saw death, I didn't give up.
This is just one of many heartbreaking stories from refugees all across the world. Mosaic aims to help these refugees as they leave behind their traumatic experiences and work to build a new life. One of the ways we're helping is through Safartas Refugee Kitchen, an initiative established under Mosaic. Safartas Refugee Kitchen. In 2019, our focus was on parties rather than individual orders, which turned out to be very successful. In 2019, we were able to prepare food for weddings, baby showers, graduations, corporate lunches, refugee-related events, spring and summer parties, holiday gatherings, Ramadan iftar, individually packed picnic meals, Mosaic events and bazaars, and federal government employee meals. We served food for nearly 4,000 people during 2019. Mosaic held some events in 2019 to empower women and appreciate their efforts in our community. These events are part of the Illumination Lounge program, and some of them include a day to remember, Grand Qiyam, monthly halaqa, monthly ihya, and creating a balanced and meaningful life. Seerah Club is the most enjoyable thing we do every week. It's amazing how the children are interested in the tiny details of the Seerah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Seerah Workshop provides a wider number of children the opportunity to learn about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, through hands-on activities for a few hours. The workshop started in 2019 and ended with another workshop. Approximate attendees were around 100 children per workshop. We launched this program to help connect with our precious youth. The talented instructor, Mrs. K, was able to create a warm environment while teaching the Faith ED course of 11 classes. Mosaic is committed to providing a number of services, including life skill sessions, financial assistance, health and wellness, refugee integration, food and care packages, educational programs, career development, and parenting support. Your contributions and generosity makes a significant impact to our community. You are their only hope. Make sure to follow Mosaic on PayPal, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for the latest updates or to make contributions.